Hello, everybody. It's your Triple T Vision here with you another day, and we give thanks for life because you don't know, once we have life, there is hope. So, let's get right into this little discussion about language, which everybody know by now. When we talk about language, it's about identity. You speaking your mother tongue, your native language, that's part of who you are, your identity. And I think people should be proud of that. Be proud of your roots, your heritage, where you're from, the language you speak, the accent you have, because it's this uniqueness about it. But where I really want to dive into, it's the area where, say you have two people from the same country speaking in their native language. There are some people in society that will get offended and say, even go as far as saying it, oh, it's rude. But personally, I don't have an issue with it. I actually don't find it rude. If anything, I find it very attractive. It's nice being able to communicate in another language. If anything, we should be putting ourselves out there, wanting to learn another language to be able to communicate with people from all over the world, instead of getting uptight and, you know, angry and so on. Because at the end of the day, if you notice the way the earth was created, everybody is from their different sections, and with that section comes a different language. So we will never have um, one universal language. It will never happen. It's just not possible, because that's not how the creator had ordained it to be. So instead of us getting all upset and uptight, let's put ourselves out there, become curious and ask, when you see somebody talking in their native tongue, like, okay, that's nice. How do you say morning or good afternoon or thank you, you know, in your language and so on. And then sometimes people have to go as far as just hiding their identity, shying away, when it comes to being around certain people in society. And I feel like, you know, it's like that's become like a burden. You should be able to take your tongue, your native tongue, your roots with you wherever you decide to go into this world. And if people are out there getting offended and getting angry and upset, more than anything, it's saying a lot more about you as a person. Question, why are you like that? You probably need to go dig and ask yourself, why am I being so uptight about this? It's just a language at the end of the day. The same way I have my own language, and when I'm ready, I communicate with my fellow countrymen in my own language, my own native tongue. Let's try to put ourselves out there more and learn one or two when it comes to other people and their language and their roots and their culture, instead of getting always uptight and upset, offended. What is it? You feel like maybe they're gossiping about you in their language or plotting something against you? A lot of the time, maybe the people, they don't even see you. They're having a good laugh about something that probably happened in their country that they became aware of. Or they're catching up about something else. Character speaks a lot. Because you have to always ask yourself, if certain little things just get you offended and upset, ask yourself the question, why am I always being like this? The Creator never created us all to speak the same language. So instead of us always just out there getting upset, Let's learn a thing or two from somebody that's speaking another language. And allow people to be proud of their roots and their accent and mother tongue. The food they eat, the attire, it is part of who they are. It's their identity. And they cannot escape from it. It's just part of who they are from birth. Even no matter how some of them try to even go as far as changing up their ways and everything. I can just imagine maybe deep within they're actually bleeding, like, oh, it's depressing, trying to be somebody else to fit in. Be more open to others and stop being afraid of the unknown, because there's no such thing as the unknown. See people for who they are and what they represent. You can learn a thing or two. We're in this world temporary to learn. So instead of wasting time, trying to get one over the other, or seeing who is bigger or better than the other, or who is right and who is wrong, learn. Because learning, that is true strength and courage and power. And permanent too. Let us learn a new language today. Let's learn a thing or two from the unknown. Obviously, you're not going to put yourself in harm's way. That's why you have the spirit of discernment. And ask yourself the question, why do I get so offended and angry and upset if I do see two fellow country people speaking in their native tongue and language? Even their attire, I get offended. Why? Look beyond than what you've been taught, heard, see. You'll be surprised to know. Me, I remain a student of life in itself, because I can learn from any and everything. That's very attractive. As the old time people even used to tell, we say learn to pick sense out of nonsense. So, that's what I want to say today. But, be encouraged. And for those out there that have to be putting themselves back and feeling like, oh, if I do this and that, people is going to get offended. Come on now. Come on. Be proud of who you are, your accent, your native language, mother tongue, your identity. It's part of your making up. It's part of you. And if people can't accept you for who and what you really are and represent, then it's their lost. And you can't force people to change at the same time and be something that they don't want to be. It's the same way you can't force people to love and stop doing or saying certain stuff. Because time is the master of everything. So you just have to leave certain things, and be around those that you see is going in the positive direction. and so on, and live your life. And thank the Creator for making you who you are. And be grateful. Anyway, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and don't forget, drink water.